Hey everybody, welcome back to the Marine Corps Movie Minute, where we break down movies of the Marine Corps 1 minute at a time. We are currently breaking down minute number 37 of Clint Eastwood's Heartbreak Ridge. This minute begins with Stitch Jones trying to heroically tell Tom Highway how he protected him, and the minute ends with a ragtag group of Marines getting ready for what looks to be like a day of exercise. Anyway, how are you doing this week, Billy?
I'm good, Perry. Thanks for asking yet again.
Yeah, yeah, hey man, I'm concerned for you.
It's been a long weekend.
Yeah. So, what do we got?
Well, I think we get the continuation of the Gunny Highway Stitch Jones comedy roadshow. Stitch Jones, as soon as the minute begins, Stitch Jones says to Gunny, "Hey, redneck people love me. You owe me."
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Right after he almost got his own ass whooped.
right, so I got a couple comments on that. Yeah, first off, now getting his own ass kicked. Now that was the Marines that wanted to kick his ass, not the
Uh,
redneck. Um,
okay, fair
And some
enough.
of those people definitely did look rednecky, and they were quite cheering him.
Yeah.
That being said, though, we saw him in a true redneck bar, and it didn't go too well for him.
No, no, he ended up taking a walk to the bus stop after that.
Oh, he got the carry to the bus stop by the Twin Towers on Cellulite.
Yeah.
Now, Gunny kind of blows him off and says whatever to him. And his response is, "Fuck this big jaw head motherfucker." He says it under his breath after Gunny walked away, but
Yeah.
I just like this. Fuck this bullshit, basically.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, no, no, I ain't buying your bullshit. And he's like, "What, man, fuck this guy. You car salesman. Yeah, fuck, I didn't want to sell you a car anyway."
Well, actually, what Gunny said to him, which is a classic line too, is
Yeah.
because he stuck his hand out about, "Hey, you owe me." And he says, "Well, this doesn't mean we're gonna swap spit in the shower." Which didn't he use that shower comment earlier when he said, we said, "Who invited you anyways?" When
Oh yeah, yeah, because that was yeah. See, it was when the his yeah during his introduction to the unit.
yeah, he said, I'm not doing this because I want to take long showers to the wee hours of the morning with you assholes." So yeah, that must be his go-to.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's his fine. How do you do?
And of course, that's where we get the Stitch Jones, "Fuck this motherfucker, jawhead motherfucker."
Yeah,
Now, right after that, I mean, that's what the first 10 seconds of the minute,
yeah, pretty much.
10, 15 seconds, and Stitch is pretty funny with that, and it immediately cuts to what is,
The trash can scene.
yeah, slightly different.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to imagine it's 0600, right?
Well,
That's what
yeah. I mean, that's
that's
what
what
he
he told
said.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's what he said, but we come to find out it's not entirely true.
No, it's, according to one of the Marines who had his that said recon kicks butt,
Yeah,
he he said it's goddamn 5 o'clock.
yeah. There's an
You
awful lot of sun coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I'm glad you said that. I was going to bring that up myself. I just at that minute when he says goddamn 5 o'clock, you can see they put curtains up on the Quonset huts to darken it,
Hmm.
but it's pretty freaking bright.
Yeah.
So does the sun shine 24/7 in Southern California?
Yeah, they want you to believe that.
Oh yeah, when
Oh,
he walks out though, it looks bright out there.
yeah, it does. Yeah, they got lights on in the I guess for the sake of filming, it'd be super grainy if they didn't, but yeah, they got lights on like that one dude sleeping with the light on over his rack.
Yeah, yeah, true. But if you notice, um, right after that, it cuts to now, Gunny does go outside. It seems bright. Are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, it seems bright. Then if you, I mean, it looks like they try to darken the sky or something or whatever. But there's definitely lights on the outside.
Yeah.
Then it cuts to
And
the bathroom or the head, and it
right.
looks like there's a lot of light coming in the sunlights. I don't. Those are sunlights. They're not. the windows over the bulk or the wall there, those aren't
The
lights.
skylights.
Yeah, the skylights. Thank you. Clearly, Gunny. We'll circle back to when it cuts to the barracks. They're all asleep. Gunny's walking in, literally kicking all their bunks, and
Yeah.
he's using the stereotypical drop your cocks, get on your socks thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's kicking the bunks. Tom Villard's already sitting up. He's the one that was looking at his watch, going, "It's goddamn 5 o'clock," but he kicks his rack anyways.
Yeah. Because everybody gets a taste.
Rodney Hill pops up, but then I think that's Mike Gomez. He he like jumps right, like he jumps like he was dead asleep. Profile's already there, but if you notice, if you look at I there's so much to take in for this background. Rodney Hill, he gets kicked. He's got a motorcycle. It looks like Prince. Is that maybe Prince? Purple Rain?
It may have been, yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Nick.
I don't know. I'm in love with the other poster though. The one with the chick's ass.
Right. Okay. Well, that's all right. So then we go to Tom Villard, who's got a Jetsons T-shirt on, which he was wearing like a Tony the Tiger for.
Yeah.
There's his Cocoa Puffs behind him.
Yeah, he's just a giant child.
Yeah, and he's got a puppy in a bathtub as his poster.
Yeah.
And it goes to then I think he's got a lava lamp. Then and I'll get to what Gunny's saying later. Then he goes to the guy with the sunglasses, kicks him awake. He never heard any of this. He was still asleep. He's got a poster of a bare ass woman on there. And then we get Mr. Stitch Jones, who has, of course, the nudie posters we saw before, but one looks like a
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, that's what that was. I can see it clearly now, but what is that he's got on there?
I don't know. See, Jimi Hendrix is his guitar. It says, yeah, it just says Jimi Hendrix, and then I don't know.
It looks like a woman being eaten by a plant almost. But it does say Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. He's a rock and roll guy.
Yeah.
Probably one of his idols.
Yeah.
So I do like I like the line where he's like, "It's goddamn 5 o'clock." Gunny said, "So what? So I lied. Maybe I'm some communist and made an appointment to shoot you right in the forehead."
Yeah, drill you a new asshole in your forehead.
Yeah. He said, "Hey, we're Marines." He said, "You're Marines. You improvise, you adapt, you overcome," and we get our famous line.
Yep. Yeah, which is still used to this day.
And go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to change subject, so keep going.
Oh no. So I did notice though that when you finally see the platoon standing out in the are we moved that far along yet?
If you could save it, I'll just well, it's up to you. We bounce around.
Well, so I noticed that it was by the time they get done with their waking up and their showers and everything, according to the shadows being cast, it's about noon.
Yes, it is. That was a lot. It took Recon Platoon a long time to get ready.
It took him a while.
He gave him 4 minutes. It was more like 4 hours.
Yeah, you get some time here. Ciao.
That I wasn't going to bring it up, but that is specifically noted on IMDb that's a continuity error. That it's supposed to be the morning, and it's like the sun is like high noon.
No shadows cast.
I just chalk that up to movie making, logic, and
Yeah. Who'd be paying attention to this 20 or 30 years later?
Yeah, who's going to go into this much detail?
Yeah, well, I could tell you two guys that have nothing better to do on a Sunday. Or what day is today?
It's Monday. Wink, wink. We haven't talked since Friday. Now, I like when he goes through the. I think they figured out the rat here.
If they keep coming back, they're not that smart.
Right. Gluttons for punishment.
Yeah.
So towards the end of the minute, you see Gunny, which I swear to God, it looks like he's coming out of one of the showers.
He might have been.
Yeah, he is. I don't know what he was doing because he's fully dressed and he's got his camis on. He doesn't have his blouse on. He's got his green undershirt, and then he's got his, boots and utes basically.
Yep.
Um, so he comes out and he throws the Swift Silent Deadly, which
Yeah.
we talked about. Swift Silent Deadly. We kept seeing those posters in Chooser's office because it was Recon Swift Silent Deadly and all that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think that's their motto.
yeah. So he was like, "We are swift, we are silent, we are deadly." And then, of course, he tells them only one shake of those wangs because anything more constitutes pleasure, and we are not about pleasure.
Yeah, we're not in that business, ladies.
and and he goes up to he goes up to Stitch Jones. Sleep well, Mr. Jones. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Mama, wake me up. Everybody else is shit showering and shaving, mostly brushing teeth and shaving. He just can't handle it.
Yeah, he's in full on panic.
Now, so, and of course they fall out. Like you said, it's basically noon by the time they get there. And they got they're standing between the Quonset huts that supposedly, like, you could see that one Quonset hut is the I should just try to compare the numbers, make sure that's actually the one Gunny went into and kicked the thing
Hmm.
around. I think that's the one because it's got the fire extinguisher out of it. But then they walked across the street to where the barracks is.
Right.
Anyways, they're all standing there. They're all basically, as we said in the past, they're the bad news bearers. They're
Yeah.
standing in formation. How many guys are there?
That is a good question. Thanks to the power of technology.
I counted about 16 standing in formation and one guy standing up front that says,
Yeah,
"Hey,
the guide.
yeah, the guy, the Gunny, Marines are ready for the platoons, basically ready or whatever he said."
17, maybe 18 is what I count.
Yeah, let's say 18. We'll go with your count. So there's 18 of them in this platoon. They're standing in two, I
Two
guess,
ranks.
yeah, what'd you call them? Squads or ranks, I guess, yeah. And then they're all wearing the same shorts.
Hmm.
I think they all have the same go fasters, if you will, and the
You
sneakers.
boot.
But everybody else is, I mean, none of them have regulation haircuts. None of them.
No, they're wearing different shoes.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Well,
makes
shit. I
sense.
mean, we did too. Yeah.
Well, right, yeah. Now that was the one thing, not at least not for us in boot camp. We all had to wear the same go fasters.
Oh no, yeah. It's a boot camp. Yeah, it was all the same. But
Yeah,
when we were out in the fleet, yeah,
yeah. In fleet, it was wear what you had.
yep, yep.
Um, and that was the one thing I was not a cheapskate on was I would pay for good shoes because cheap
Because
on
you,
everything else.
yeah, because all the running you used to do on your spare time was
Oh, all the running
it's like Forrest Gump.
I was running.
I was running.
Now you got to notice there's only about 6 actors here. I have to imagine these other guys standing out there are
Oh,
just some of these Marines that we already
easily.
previously. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to see if any of these guys are the same guys that were standing in the Quonset hut when Gunny first arrived. And it's hard to see from this angle.
Yeah. I
They
z-
don't.
I zoomed in. I think the only one that would be the blonde dude wearing the flowery shirt. He's on the end,
Okay.
on the
Yeah, and
back.
then yeah. Okay, you could be right. Um,
I could be, but I've been wrong more times in my life than I've been right.
and I have to imagine the guy that comes up and where he's already standing there when Gunny walks up. Actually, the platoon's ready, Gunny or whatever.
Right.
He just the way he stands, I would have to imagine he might be one of the. We don't see him again.
No.
I mean, we see the same basic 5 or 6 actors over and over. So these
Yeah.
other guys are just kind of background characters, and so I would have
Filler.
yeah, I have to imagine he was one of the Marines of this unit that they use as an extra as well.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, that's really it. They're starting their day at noon, and
See the O course in the background.
yeah, right in the back behind the Quonset huts there.
Yep. It's one of them. There's a bunch of power lines too, but yeah, it looks like
They got the Humvee. They got a Humvee. It looks like there, I think too.
no,
Oh
it's
no,
not even a Humvee.
they
That's
didn't have
Jeep.
Humvees back then. Yeah,
This is
right.
pre-Jeep. Yeah,
Yeah,
the first Gulf War was the first time I ever saw what a Humvee looked like.
yeah. This would be before then. You're right. But way in the background, was one. It's like a truck, basically. It's like a covered truck that looks
Yeah,
like that. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't even look anything like a Humvee in the front there.
yeah,
Interesting. Well,
yeah.
clearly I know my shit. We are definitely getting into the, we already joked about the Marine shit. Like now is the part where Gunny starts whipping everybody into shape.
Yeah.
All starts here.
It's a montage.
Right. He is it's not boot camp, but he might as well be their drill instructor at this point,
Yeah, might as well be. Yeah.
So I mean, waking up early, yelling at him, just all that good stuff.
Yeah.
He's
You remember all that Marine shit you signed up for, ladies?
well, you're about to live it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny is in the scene where he kicks all the bunks, and then also I guess the next scene where they're all in the shot in the head getting ready,
Mhm.
shower, shaving. It's only our main actors. We don't see any background guys.
No.
It's not till they get out to when they actually need a full platoon that
Yeah.
they actually have any sort of extras there.
Yeah. This is the cool kids club looks like
Right.
because yeah, well, given too that most of the scenes that these guys are in, like as far as squad areas go, they're pretty cramped.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of
W
hard to get some of the extras in without.
Well, you have to imagine too, let's just say for, argument's sake, there's other Quonset huts right down this whole row on the
Mm,
road. They're probably the rest of the platoon is in these other Quonset huts. What gets me is the bathroom's pretty big, the head,
hmm.
and there's some open sinks and some open showers, and yet there's always these same 5 guys.
I did notice at the end of the minute though, a dude further down comes out in his towel and his ditty bag, just wrapped around him like he's gonna go take a shower.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
You see him
that
kind of pop in?
yeah. He doesn't have a shirt on.
Yeah,
It's like 1, 2, 3, 3 Quonset huts back. It's just
yeah,
a brief second. He comes out, shuts the door.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that he just, okay.
It's personal hygiene time.
I'm pretty sure that all these movies, things happen for a reason,
Hmm.
and this may have just been an extra. They're like but I mean, given that this was filmed on a real base, and you know how Marines are,
Oh, you were lucky he actually wore a towel.
right? I wouldn't be surprised if that dude just kind of stepped out when they were filming. It was,
Oh shit.
yeah, that would not
What the
surprise me.
fuck's going on over here?
That's funny. I've watched this movie a million times at this point, and I've never noticed that. That's a good observation. That's funny. Well, Stitch did the same thing a few minutes earlier when he was escorted in a towel across the across the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got his little shower bag. And, yeah, that's all I can see now in this scene is like I like oh. Ah. You hit a home run with that guy in the towel in the background. So I don't know what else we can. You're not right. You're not gonna be able to one up this one.
I don't know. Give me a minute. I'm sure I can ruin it.
Right? No, you gotta do a walk off home run.
Yeah. No, man. I think we pretty much covered it. I'm kind of glad though that we're actually starting to get to do some Marine stuff now in the movie. Um, even like the training stuff and just get to know the squad and I like all the other stuff. There's some pretty interesting moments, later on in the movie where you get peek behind the curtain, Gunny Highway's personal life and his past, whatever. But I mean, the reason why I like this movie is because of the Marine stuff.
Yeah, and we get two of the funny lines right here in this minute too,
Yeah,
like that we discussed. To me, I like the this doesn't mean we're gonna swap swap spit in the shower,
yeah,
and the improvise, adapt, overcome.
yep, yeah. That one, man. I don't know how many times we heard that, and it was like everybody would just say it like they invented it.
Dude, it fucking cut out again.
Are you fucking? No, no, it didn't.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Dickhead.
But you're right though. It's I don't know who coined the phrase. I'm not saying Gunny Highway did, but this is where I heard it from first.
Yeah, yeah. So he gets credit.
As we stated in the past, like I use it a lot. I actually used it in conversation just the other day again. It's just it applies to so much.
Oh yeah. I think this was a pretty good minute. I'm
Yeah,
looking
definitely.
I'm looking forward to the next few. I think the next few are going to be a lot of fun to talk about.
I agree. I I know where it's going, and I'm looking
Oh,
for
hold on. There's a clock.
where.
There's a clock in the barracks.
All right, let's see what it says.
Hold on. Everybody, it's the great time mystery. What time does the clock say?
It's a bit of a glare.
There is a bit of a glare, but it does look
Oh,
like it says
it
almost 5.
yeah, I would say 4:55 is what I see.
But I'm going to go with PM.
Yeah, yeah. Daylight savings time, so it's still a lot bright out.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so I got a minute pause when he's open. He's Gunny Highway's got the door open. He stepped out. You can see the Quonset hut across the street. It looks like the sky is dark, but it's so bright right there, and I don't know if that's supposed to be like an
Like using
outside.
low light film or the lenses or whatever, and it's just capturing that light.
Yeah,
Send it out.
night for day type thing, or day for night, like they
Yeah.
used to do. But clearly, when they're shit shower and shaving, it looks like it's legitimately bright outside.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I guess it could be. I mean, depending on what time of day it is. I we're trying to reverse engineer this like it really like it's a Zapruder film. Well, the true hero of this minute is the dude that steps out in his towel.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I want a side, I want a side, I want to like a prequel movie of this guy.
Yeah, this guy, like, what led him up to that moment? That's
Honestly,
his claim to fame. He's in the movie theater. That's me.
it could be one of those movies where we like half the movie is an origin movie of how he got to this point.
Yeah,
Right? Like we find out what got him to this shower at this particular moment. And
yeah,
then I say then the second half of the movie is his heroics during the Battle of Grenada.
yeah. Doing his heroic stuff. Yeah, working in parallel to Gunny Highways, man.
Yeah. I don't have much else to add to this minute other than forward to the further adventures of Gunny officially leading Recon.
Yeah. Yep, it's gonna be fun.
Well, we thank everybody for joining us this happy Monday, and we hope that everybody will return on Wednesday for minute 38.
Hey, by the way, before we end, I think Gunny Highway's coming out of the shitter stall. He pops out of the stall.
I mean, it could be. To me, I was thinking they were showers, but that probably is a shitter.
Yeah, he was taking a dump.
And it looks like they just have what, curtains?
Yeah, maybe they're lucky if they have that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my! Now in boot camp, they didn't have any doors on them, so anybody just walked by.
Nope.
And you just they had
Just
the
wave.
divide. Right, they had the dividers, but people just walk by and you just be, just sitting there smiling.
Yeah, reading their recruit knowledge.
And it always amazed me that like we had like what, like 70 guys in our platoon,
Yeah,
and there was like 3 actual urinals.
yeah,
And it amazed me how many people could go to the bathroom how quickly, because Gunny gave them 4 minutes to get outside and to
yeah,
fall out, so that includes shit shower shaving. It just amazed me how quickly you could get 70 guys to piss and shit.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. So something reminded me of this the other day where I was reading just funny things you only hear in the military. One of them was this recruit requests to make a sit down head call. It's like so
Yeah.
stupid. Sit down head call.
Yeah, his recruit is making a turtle.
This recruit has to real bad, sir.
No.
Right. Oh, that was the emergency head call.
Yeah. It was an emergency. What's the emergency sound like?
Sit down.
Woo!
I don't know, but I totally forgot about that aspect of it, and I
Oh,
laughed so hard about the sit down head call.
yeah.
So stupid.
Uh, oh man, yeah. So those days were delightful.
Yeah, when so I don't know about for you. Like, when we went out to the rifle range, we had these different squad bays, and I mean, they were pretty much just like our same squad bays we had most of the time. And we were actually out at the rifle range for 2 weeks because we went out and did the rifle range, but then we did mess and maintenance at the
Yeah,
chow hall at the rifle range chow hall. So
yeah.
we
We
just
were out there for about a month, and but yeah, it was basically structured pretty similar to what you guys did.
really a month, huh? Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
actually, yeah, I'm trying to think about that. Was it? It actually might have
Phase
been.
two.
It might have been 3 weeks actually because we did the week of the rifle range itself. Then we did mess and maintenance week, but also you do the what do they call it, like A line or something like that when you did the the different kind of shooting where you did like for us like the pop up targets that was totally different than the actual rifle range. So maybe we went back a third time, or I mean a second time or something. But yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I'm misremembering some of it.
It's been a while. It's been a few
Yeah,
years.
well, I might be blurring, um, weeks together instead of they might have been separate. But anyways,
Yeah.
we were out at the r long story short, though, we were out at the rifle range, and we were we had to stay in those barracks because we did mess and maintenance out there. Now
Mm.
they had the shitters that were just completely full-blown wide open. I mean, no divider, no nothing. You literally could be not only did you have somebody sitting right next to you, but you had somebody staring right across from you if you wanted. There was so many of them,
Yeah.
and you just got to do your business. And it is kind of fun. I mean, you can't be shy being
No,
in the military in the boot camp.
no, you get used to it.
You get over it. Yeah, you get over it real fast.
Yeah.
If you have any sort of hangups, you have to get over it. And it's just funny how you could just go from like wanting your privacy to passing like letters and shit down like
Yeah.
around the people all taking a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or hey, or throwing toilet paper to each other so you have enough.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like you just walk in and there's like 10 guys shitting all at once and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, there are no secrets in boot camp.
Oh no. But you just you do but what killed me is the guys where you're like, I'm gonna come over here and take a shit, just do my thing. There's somebody it's you got the whole thing. There's like 4 walls you can all shit on, and the guy decides he wants to sit like either across from you or like 2 down from you. And so you
Yeah.
wouldn't go over there. Our knees were touching. What do you what do you wanna have a conversation? You wanna have
Jesus,
you wanna
man.
you wanna hold hands in the shower? And no, I mean, it's just funny. It's just different folks. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, man, for anybody who's never done it before, man, it's a truly life-changing, a life-altering experience.
Yeah, it's an experience. It's funny. All right,
Uh,
I think we can be done with this. I think we've said all our piece.
yeah.
Besides, this recruit has to make a sit down head call. Can you try and say it one more time?
Sure, but I forgot what it was.
I know, right? Now I got our blooper.